That one. Hello. Welcome to Quake's channel, where everyone's a bot, apparently. Hello, Juniper. Hi, CL. How you doing? Yeah, I turned on the mic and the husband is giggling in the background as he plays Overwatch. I realize I have kiwis on the counter that I should have done something with. Maybe kiwis, I bet, go fine in a cocktail with blueberries. I'm just going to use them that way. Ha! It all makes sense now. I planned it this way. Hi Arcade, hello, welcome in. How you doing? And hello CL, how is your day going? Yeah, welcome to It's Good Enough to Eat. I'm Quake. It has been a while. I couldn't tell you how long, because this time all just blends together. But no, things are good here. Just been cooking, just been gaming, all that normal stuff, and I guess working, which is silly. Why would we work? I guess we need money to do the things. Considering I was just curious, and I added up how much money I made on Twitch last year. It was $500. So, yeah, that's why we have a job, because Twitch does not pay the bills for me. But that's fine. I don't want it to. It's not what I'm here for. I'm here to just hang out with you lovely people and to cook some delicious foods, hopefully. I'm very excited. I've been trolling Instagram and the New York Times and seeing recipes pop up everywhere, because that's what I follow these days. I used to have a very much thirstier Instagram feed, and now it's a hungry feed. I promise I will never cook raccoons unless someone redeems it and provides the meat, because that is a stipulation. If you do the recipe redeem and it's a expensive or hard to source ingredient, you must provide it if I'm gonna do it. So if someone brings me raccoon meat, I would send them back to Alabama. I don't know. Bond told me not to cook raccoons, and I was saying the only time I would cook raccoons. I don't think CL is redeeming raccoons. I'm pretty sure I know what they're gonna redeem, because we've been talking about it. And I got an idea already for the dessert that's gonna go with it, because I've been looking at semolina cakes, and if we're gonna make pasta with semolina flour, it's all gonna make sense. It all makes sense. It works. And thank you. I love this tank top too. I also got the mask and the hoodie. I got the hoodie because it's cold, but then I'm like, I'm gonna want to wear this all year, so I got the tank top as well. And also it was on sale. Cooking Slide Cooper on the mode. No! Y'all, follow Arcade if you're not following Arcade. Arcade is a arcade castle. It's an arcade cabinet from the year 29 something. Anyway, they play retro games lately. You were just streaming a minute ago, weren't you? You were playing some more Golden Sun. I'm over here cooking already and haven't even changed my camera view. I'm just too excited. But I think Sly Cooper is not quite as retro, not quite a retro enough game for arcade. Or for Arcade's typical streams, at least. I'm going to change to the cooking camera. There we go. I was so proud of myself yesterday for setting up my computer to stream Fire Emblem. Not the new one, not Engage, but Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. Which, of course, I messed up. Because I didn't realize I had to steal a couple things, and then I missed the thing when I was doing the death, and so I might start over. And play the first 3 chapters off stream to catch up to where I was. Yeah. So I'm starting off. I need to make a I'm just clearing out. We have a bunch of stuff. Bunch of leftovers. And small bits and bobs of things here and there. So we had blueberries and kiwis. And so I'm like, why not make a blueberry and kiwi cocktail? So I'm just going to make a blueberry and kiwi simple syrup. Yes, hi Viridian. Hello. How you doing? Oh, did you officially call the carbonara? Yes. Yes, they did. So CL and I will work at a time, because when you're local, or even if you're not local, and if you just happen to be in my area, you can come cook on stream with me, as CL has done a few times before. I'm going to save a couple of these slices for garnishing. So many times. Oh, dang it. That's it, I'm sorry. I don't have Mix It Up on this computer. If I open Mix It Up on the other computer, could I might be able to do that actually. I'm gonna try for you, Nazir, but I'm gonna get my stuff on the stove. Talk me into a co-stream? Wouldn't I be talking you into a co-stream? Wouldn't I have to like convince you to stream? Raiding? Are you playing WoW, Viridian, or are you playing Final Fantasy? Because I remember getting into that raid like grind in WoW back in the day, and at some point it became like a job, and I'm like, that's when I was done. Clay went all day without using the water dispenser, so it's still empty from when I left this morning. How dare he not finish my chore that I left undone this morning? So rude. What prompted the change to yes? So I started streaming as Quake-tastic, mostly because it was the same as it was already the same as my Instagram, and it was close to the same as my Twitter. But I didn't discover my persona until like a year into that. We'll take a photo. Photo taken. Okay. And then I just changed the name last week. And because I have all this art that's done now, and then a friend who is a streamer also, Remus Cobalt, had did an overlay. Not this one. This one was done by Izzy. He just pumped it out real quick for me for free, which is super sweet, and I love him for it. I love him for other things, but for that too. But then Remus did one for my gaming streams, and I was like, I might as well at this point make some upgrades, do the little rebrand, because Quake as the saber-toothed cat became a much bigger part of my life. Did the first FurCon, all that sort of good stuff. So we're just bringing it all together. I'm gonna go see if. Well, I need to log in and mix it up. Someone's gonna kill Farah. So I'm hearing. I'm trying to. Did not plan. I've been thinking about changing my cooking streams to Fridays, mostly so I don't have to like run home, clean up the kitchen, run home from the office, which I've been in the office on Thursdays, clean up the kitchen, figure everything out, do all my planning, and get all my like eggs and butter on the counter that I didn't have ready to go. So I might also be changing to Fridays. I don't know. Haven't decided. But I don't know. Maybe I'll just maybe I'll switch the Wednesday stream to Fridays. Or I'll make Thursday a game stream and make the cooking stream on Fridays. Because I'm going to have to start being in the office on Wednesdays now, when I usually did the game streams. And I won't be home until, right until it's time to do Featherfall for the TTRPG streams. So I don't know. Maybe I need to do some rescheduling as well. But right now, I'm just dumping this whole pot of yogurt into a strainer because I'm going to let the excess liquid strain out. I don't have a cheesecloth in here. I should have put some paper towels down. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Basically, I just want some extra thick yogurt on top to use. Because extra thick yogurt is labna, which is lovely and delicious and good for sauces. I was just going to sit there and strain while I do other things. Oh, it's your day off today. I know. I tried not to change it too much so people would still see the reference, because I had considered going as Saber Quake. But I just like starting with a Q because there's so few names, streamers even, that start with a Q. So I thought it'd be more recognizable. And I wanted to rebrand, but I didn't want to confuse more than necessary. But of course, I confused myself a lot. Buying a harness to match your jock. That is pretty exciting. I just bought my husband a pup hood. Of course, he's got a million jocks. He would need many, many different pup hoods if he was going to try to match every jock. Or I guess just get black, because that kind of goes with everything, right? Nothing. What else talk about? No, it didn't work. Nope, didn't work on the other computer. Oh no. Yeah, it was his Christmas/Valentine's Day present. So, okay, what am I doing? Right, I should also put my wheat on to soak. I am making Kibbeh, which is if I could find the recipe. Did I not take a picture? I could swear I did. Where'd it go? Oh, that was the recipe. Okay. I need to soak a cup of bulgur wheat. I didn't get my meat out of the fridge. I was also intending to do this with lamb, but the store did not have any lamb today, so we're having beef. Because that's what that's the thing I'm clearing out of the fridge. So this is a tough grain. It kind of reminds me of steel cut oats. I should have written what this was on it. Oh, you mod for you? This room you mod for got confused. Oh no. Oh goodness. Okay. Rinse the bulgur well, then cover in cold water. Okay. So I guess is this like rice? You gotta rinse it. Rinse and soak. Okay, okay. Who do you mod for? I'm gonna remember this. I think you had mentioned the Juniper before. You did mention Juniper before, and that you were going to change your name. I just hadn't seen it yet. I don't know if I need to strain off the little bits. I don't know. I don't know. Do you mod? Snowy like Snowbeard? Or Snowy like Snowboy? My syrup was on too high. So I guess I know. Yes. Because he's over in Ireland. I guess I know two Sunnies. Okay. Okay. So now I just gotta let this soak. But this is Sunny Ho's Sinjar. Okay. That's gonna fall out. That's gonna fall out. I thought you were a doppelganger. Ugh. I just don't know who anyone is. Don't mind me. I haven't eaten very much today, so I'm gonna be a little slow. I'm gonna have a cocktail, so I'm gonna be even slower. I'm gonna turn this off so it can cool down. My lovely juice. My lovely sugar juice. I'm gonna put that in the fridge. Except the husband moved all the glass bowls. So you gotta play the game, hell yeah. So I don't know where any of the bowls are. Yes, the sugar juice. Oh, that reminds me, I gotta add those quotes in. I think the quotes should be working now again too. Oof, this is a hot kiwi. You could have been something about Philadelphia. Do you watch It's Always Sunny? I don't know if I would recommend watching it. It's a show. It's about terrible people. Fridge this. Or maybe freeze this. Although I don't think that goes any faster, really. I have no idea what order I need to do anything in today, so I'm just gonna get some stuff out of my way. TBJ, hello. Yeah, it's something. And if I had to do the right, courgettes. I wrote courgettes, and then I felt conflicted about it because colonialism. But it just sounded fancy, so I went with it. Oh, that's the thing I need to do. I need to get some stuff roasted. Roast. Roast, roast, roast. If I'm going to make that lovely dip, I need to get things roasted. I'm doing fine. How are you, Taylor? Got glasses. That's a well-respected actor? I mean... Danny DeVito's in it. Is Danny DeVito well-respected? I'm trying to think, like... It's so weird trying to divorce their character from the actor that portrays them because all the characters are so terrible. I'm like... Am I trying to think of if Danny DeVito did anything, like... wrong? I feel like he's the kind of person who, like, people would look at and would say, that guy probably did something problematic. But I don't know if he actually has. So, I don't want to say anything about it. Because I don't know. But I feel like he's generally a fun person. Always Sunny. Eugene Levy or Stanley Tucci. Does Stanley Tucci wear glasses? Yes. Sorry, I was thinking... Who was I thinking of? Who was the guy... Was Stanley Tucci the one that was also in Hunger Games? Pretty sure we stand Eugene Levy as well. I'm making this dip, which I keep... It's Muhammara. Muhammara. I keep, like, forgetting the name and having to remind myself. But you can't really go wrong with roasted red peppers and garlic. Like, Hunger Games was Tucci, but because he didn't wear glasses in that. And then I'm like, but he was also in Julie and Julia, and he wore glasses in that. And of course, neither of those things is probably the movie that anyone else would think of first off when they heard Stanley Tucci, or when they were trying to say what he was in. Oh, that's so cool. We love a non-problematic actor. Don't mind the cackling in the background. I don't think I ever saw Easy A. So I was at the store today, grabbing a few things. Because I'm not trying to do that challenge where you cook only with the things that are on hand. Because I still had goals. I'm just trying to use up what we do have. So not buying more meats or onions or berries. But there was a new local LGBTQ owned coffee roaster in town, and they were doing samples, and they were claiming to have a net zero emission coffee roaster. So of course I was like, oh, that'll be interesting to my husband because he works in air quality and has opinions on those things. And of course, yeah, as soon as I mentioned it, he's like, yeah, you can't like burn anything and have zero emissions. Which is true, but I mean it might be better than some other things. Devil Wears Prada. I don't think they're a big enough company to have purchased carbon credits. It's something about their coffee roaster. Can I get this stem out? Okay. So I'm just going to roast these, and then I can peel the skin off. It was Anchor Tree Coffee, and if you go to their website, the About Me says what kind of roaster it is. Trying to pull the seeds out of here so I can get these roasted. But anyway, the important thing was it is an electric roaster, yes. And it's like small batch, very efficient, something. And it's all self-contained. Okay. Olive oil and salt on my peppers and garlic, and that's gonna roast for like half an hour. Okay. James Hoffman just made a video about them. Oh my goodness. Did you watch? I watched the James Joffman video the other day about him being a little bit fruity. It was very silly and fun. It was a good video. I think it was the best James Joffman video I've watched. Okay. I can also grate some onion. It's funny, I was over here and I was pulling stuff out of the fridge, and conveniently, we needed some sliced onion, and we had some onion left over from when we made pizza. So I'm gonna grate like half of this, and then slice the rest. Right? The husband makes, he uses sourdough starter to make a Detroit-style pizza dough. And then, of course, he gets upset when I eat his favorite, like the last piece of his favorite, rather than the other one, because I also like it. And I'm like, but I didn't have a whole lot of it. Anyway. He just wants pepperoni pizza. Axel, hello. Welcome in. How you doing? Is Devil Wears Prada still a good movie? Was it ever a good movie? Is it problematic? Is it more problematic than me trying to get these onion skins off? There's got to be a better way to do this. I usually just sacrifice the outer layer because I'm lazy, but I'm also trying not to waste food. And that's like a whole bunch of onion. Yes, yes, and maybe. I know, right? Asking the tough questions here. That kind of worked. There we go. How about you go like running underwater or some nonsense? Okay. Is that a quarter cup yet? That might be a quarter cup. Let's do a little bit more. Close your eyes when you're grating onions, because this is the best way to get all that onion vapor into your eyeballs. Ah, so juicy. Ah! Okay. Okay. But don't close your eyes while you're chopping onions unless you're a professional. Like me. I'm not a professional, so mostly just use the claw. Woo! Speaking of Julia, I cannot chop as fast as she did in that movie. Okay. Got my chopped onion. Got my grated onion. This is just going to be an oniony dish. And I realize it's sitting right there next to my... I'm going to wash my hands even better. Hey, animal. Hello. Hi, Fred. I'm going to make my drinks now before I get onion on my kiwi. No one wants onion on their kiwi. Okay. So, we've got blood orange ice cubes. Oh, look at that. Look at this little gorgeous gem of an ice cube. And of course, now I've got a ice cube tray covered in blood orange fingerprints. As long as it's blood orange and not blood, we're good. Okay. Let's put those on just to get them out of the way. We've got some of that syrup. Lovely blueberry syrup. Blueberry kiwi syrup. Husband! I need him to sparkle me some water when he has a chance. Saved some garnished blueberries, which are dying a little bit because they were frozen. But they looked so much nicer than the fresh ones that were getting wilted. So I was going for it anyway. I guess I could go sparkle my own water. So BRB as I sparkle some water. Okay. Now we top with sparkling water. There's our cocktail. I didn't grab a stir stick. Your cocktail's over here. Oh no! My garnish. My pretty garnish. Garnish, oh no!
Where is it? Cheers.
Clank. The garnish fell in.
It's boozy.
Put some more syrup in if you want. You're in the way though.
Oh.
Skedaddle.
Ooh.
Yeah, skedaddle. Check on my peppers. Actually, maybe I should rotate them. Rotate my peppers. Okay. So I'm gonna set this aside and then prepare my dough for my cookies. On not this cutting board, because this cutting board is all oniony now. Okay, cookies. Cookies are here. Okay. Another thing to get out of the freezer is the container of zest. My mom did. I mean, it's lovely. Well, it's lemon zest. So they're going to be lemon cookies, not orange cookies. So good. And still in keeping with our area of the world. And I've got a scale somewhere. Right? Exactly. And when life gives you vanilla beans, put them in your container of sugar, because then your sugar smells like vanilla. Okay. Sugar. And then I'm just going to dump my zest right into here. And then you just kind of pinch your zest and your sugar together. So you've got a lovely, zesty flavored sugar. That's a much better, it's almost as strong as the onion, honestly. It's like just the vibes, the aura of lemon over here. Whew, okay. I can put my room temperature butter right into here. Which is a stick plus a tablespoon, or 9 tablespoons, or about 130 grams if you're weighing things. So I actually got a gluten-free version of this recipe, but honestly, most gluten-free recipes, you can just use a regular recipe if you have a good gluten-free flour mix that has xanthan gum in it. I'm changing this around. So what I found with shortbread is that you can pretty much mix and match flours as you like. Like, I had a really good recipe by Lorraine Pascal, and she's like, use this amount of this flour and this amount of this flour and this amount of this flour. And really, it just comes down to preference and flavor. Like, she liked to use a little bit of rice flour because it gave like some toastiness, but it didn't provide like an allergen. I'm using some almond flour today because I've got almond flour in the freezer that I'm trying to use up. But if you have someone who's allergic to almonds, just don't use it. Use some other type of flour. You can use pretty much whatever you want. It's a really forgiving medium. And it takes on flavors very well, so you can really do whatever you want with it. And now that I say that, I'm wondering if you could make like a savory shortbread. I'm sure you can. I don't know what you would substitute all the sugar with, like, because you do need to cream the butter with something. And I don't think you'd want to do that all with salt. Maybe like Parmesan cheese. Just grated Parmesan cheese. Preferably, maybe even like that dry stuff that comes in the shaker can. Because I think it's slightly dehydrated. Vanilla bean paste, 260 grams of my flours. So I don't want to use all almond flour because I want to get like some sort of structure, and I'm not using xanthan gum. Although I do have xanthan gum. So I'm going to go like half and half of the almond flour. And I'm just breaking up some lumps as I go. So I'm going to do 1/30-ish of this. Which nuts are good? Well, peanuts aren't a nut. So that's one thing. Because if someone's allergic to peanuts, they are probably not... They're not necessarily allergic to tree nuts. Some of the recipes I have today call for walnuts, and I don't really keep walnuts in the house because I just consider pecans to be so much better for almost every purpose. Although, as I'm getting older, it's probably some of the same, like, thing I had against grapefruit when I was younger. I didn't like grapefruit because it was so bitter. But now that I've gotten older, I'm starting to enjoy like some of those bitter notes. Like, I love a gin and tonic now, and that tonic is bitter. I love grapefruit. I love a heckin' Paloma. Not a Paloma. Yes, a Paloma. No. Palomas are okay, but I'm not a huge fan of tequila. Cape Cods. Love a Cape Cod. I still need my scale on. Did I use my bag of AP flour? I must have. I already spun you. Got like 6 different containers for bread flour over here because my husband keeps like forgetting that he already has them. Okay. Pomelos. You know, I don't know if I've ever actually just eaten a pomelo. Oh, this has also used some cornstarch. Or corn flour. But I've got rice flour, so I'm using that instead, because it doesn't matter. And so, of course, the recipe says you don't need to worry about overmixing it because there's no gluten in it to get overworked. I'm using regular flour, so ignore that part of the recipe. Vanilla paste is top tier. Oh my goodness, yes, I hear you. Gotta open and close the toaster oven so it thinks that I rotated it. I rotated it early because then I was changing the time. I suppose I could have rotated again, but whatever. Anyway, so just stir this gently just to kind of bring the flours into your butter. And then you can get in there with your hands. And it looks pretty dry. Which it is. Because I'm supposed to use some orange juice in here. So it is too dry. Ride the alarm, just, yeah. So I'm kind of just squeezing this together into a dough. I would not want to do this in the mixer just because, yeah, that worry about overmixing. I'm not going to overmix it with my hands. It says to add orange juice, but it doesn't need, I mean, it's already a good texture for rolling out. So I don't know if I want it any wetter than this. I think if I add the orange juice, or lemon juice in this case, I'm gonna want to add some extra flour, or else it'll be too wet and sticky. Oh, I owe Juniper 2 photos. I mean, this is not an exciting photo. Let me take a photo of the roasting stuff. Helps if I actually take the photo instead of turn the camera off. Boop. Dough. So since I had the lemon just hanging out, I'm gonna add the juice. It's not gonna be 2.5 tablespoons. It's probably 1 tablespoon. But I'm gonna add some extra flour. You little... Okay. Little punker pup. My goodness. Okay. Let's get those seeds out of there. And I'm just going to add flour a little bit at a time to get this incorporated. Because, yeah, even that amount is making this pretty sticky. But again, shortbread's a pretty forgiving medium. Bon, the onions aren't going to hurt you, because I won't feed them to you. Although I would have to find some suitable, like, flavor replacement. Because onions are so, like, integral to flavoring so many foods. Like, cultures everywhere around the world. Okay. This dough is ready to go. Once my roasting is done, because I will need to use that little oven again. To the children, have a good night, Fred. Thank you for stopping by. Y'all go follow Fred. Fred also plays retro and indie games. Mostly. He's been playing some Stardew. And I think Inscription recently. I'd tell him to give... Yeah, you can give yourself a shout out. The shout out command should be working again. Okay. What's next? Okay, that's my... I'm going to delete the recipe, because I know where it is. I'm trying to get it off my phone. I should throw some of these pecans onto that roasting tray now. Is this even open? Wow. So I'm going to let those roast up for the sauce. Multitasking is a myth. Take care of yourself. Y'all make sure you take care of yourself always first. I'm glad you're here hanging out and vibing. I hope that I provide a nice comfy spot. But always take care of yourself. Do what you need to do. Make sure you stand up and stretch and get hydrated. I'm doing continuing pecans through for the theme. Despite the fact that the recipe called for pine nuts, but then I went to get pine nuts, and it was like $20 for a tiny little bag, and I'm like, I've got almonds at home, and I've got pecans at home, so I'm gonna do those instead. Because what the heck, pine nuts is literally like a 4-ounce bag. I was trying to buy them in bulk. They didn't have them in bulk. They had all sorts of other nuts and grains and flours and stuff in the bulk aisle. And then I asked, and like, nope, we don't have pine nuts in bulk, but we have them over in this aisle. And then they were like 5 times as expensive as anything else. So instead of having pine nuts, I'll just cut pecans into pine nut size. And try not to eat them all, because they're delicious. Should also probably get the blender out. I'm going to use the blender for that sauce. Oh, that's the other thing I can do. These zucchini, or courgettes as I was calling them, you kind of do like the accordion kind of thing, but you just make little diagonal slits all the way down. Both ways. And then you salt them and let them sit. And the salt like draws the moisture out. And then you drain it / blot it off. And then you have a much more, you have a less liquid getting in your way so you can get a crispier surface. And 2, it just draws the water out, which is just water flavor. And I don't know about you, but I don't think water has that much flavor. That's another reason I love draining the yogurt to make labneh, is because I'm just draining off like the watery liquid, and then I can replace that watery liquid with flavorful liquid to make a lovely sauce. And of course, be careful and don't cut towards yourself. I'm a semi-professional. Cypher, hello! Detector and Decipher pup in one stream. Y'all, how was your day, Cypher? I don't know what I did that's woe-worthy, but I'm just over here salting my courgettes. I was talking about, something. Sexy kiwis? Good-looking kiwis? Something. That's not quite you. But that's your neighbor. Your neighbors are sexy kiwis? I don't know, sorry. Okay. So let that salt do its work. And of course I have even another thing of lemon zest in the freezer. Lemon zest everywhere. I don't even know what I need to do next. Okay, I think I can put the sauce off until the kibbeh is in the oven. So I can start getting the kibbeh mixture together. Okay. So, got my soaked bulgur.
Oh, that's what I was asking you what was going on.
And you don't have to drain it again because it just kind of soaked up all that liquid. And then your meat of choice, if you're using meat. I don't know how you would make this vegetarian. But this is why I grated the onion. So it can mix into like, it's kind of like a meatball mixture, even though I'm going to cook it in one like flat pan.
We're in trouble. We're in trouble.
They're in trouble. Cypher, can you go save Clay? He's sucking at Overwatch, apparently. Although it sounds like he's healing, so I don't know if you want to join that party. I'm gonna stick with my real spicy pepper over here. Let's put a pinch in. That was a little bit more than a pinch. I hope y'all like it spicy. Ah, I love the smell of cumin. Cumin smells so good. And you know what? I'm going to put some salt in it now, too. Just so we can get it going there. And then just get back in there with your hands and hope that hope someone doesn't tell you to take a picture when your hands are covered in meat. So the bulgur is kind of replacing our breadcrumbs in this mixture. Like if you were making meatballs, often you would use breadcrumbs. I meant to say salt and pepper, I just didn't include it in this step. Whatever. Okay. I hope y'all. Bon, I need to remember to turn those off when I'm on this computer, because there's no Mix It Up on this computer. I could just download Mix It Up on this computer. It's Dr. Fox. No, it's my bad, Bon. It's not your fault. Blame Clay. He's been using this computer more than I have, so it's Clay's fault. Only if you want to be in trouble. Do you want to be in trouble, Bon? I'll get you in trouble. Okay. Don't mind me. But I still have these potatoes over here that I've been meaning to make coin fries with, and I haven't done it. Okay. Mix well with your hands. I don't think it needs any water. It said it should be smooth and soft. Okay. I put away the olive oil. Just as I needed it again. Okay. Trying to plan out what I need to do. I need to let the onions sweat. I can roll out my cookies now. If I can make myself some room. Well, I was using the bread flour. It's alright. Right, and I have all these other onions, too. And some jalapenos. And a couple of mushrooms, for some reason. Huh. Why not? What are we doing? Cookies. I'm rolling out cookies. I'm getting out my roasted peppers. And pecans. Hopefully this looks better, Bon. Lovely roasted peppers, and then once those cool for a little bit, I can peel the skins right off. Okay.
The wall's up there if you want to shoot through it.
So a little flour dust. And of course, if you're making gluten-free cookies, make sure you're using gluten-free flour to dust your board. You just want to roll these out until they're about a centimeter thick, which is pretty small, pretty thin, almost as thin as Bon. You playing with Vinny? And then I'm trying to get this into somewhat of a rectangle. So I'm just shaping it a little bit. Because then I can slice it into even little like matchsticks. Because I'm making like cookie breadsticks. You got the hardest and a mesh top. Oh my goodness. Sounds like I need to do a picture redeem for Juniper to see this hella cute outfit that they just got. Okay, so you can trim this to make it perfect if you want. Although I do want to give it one last roll out to make it even, because I do want it to bake evenly. But I don't care if they're all like picture perfect, because I'm not running a bakery over here. And of course I'm making these. Oh no, I was saying that I need to get a picture of Juniper in their cute new outfit. Oh, whoa. Maybe I'm using the big oven. Okay. I'm gonna turn that low. I almost forgot that this pan was on. Hot pan. I didn't ask. My goodness. Amazon. Stop. Okay. Let's get my onions sweating. And then wash my hands thoroughly again so I don't get onion juice on my cookies. Although I'm looking doubtfully upon whoever cut those onions, because I didn't do it. Yeah, Discord works, because I don't know if I have your Instagram. So I'm gonna cut this through the middle, and then I'm gonna cut matchsticks, not matchsticks, still breadsticks, cookie sticks. And just, you can use a ruler if you want, just try to get them pretty even. Because you do want them to cook in the same amount of time. No. My Discord handle is runaway space Quake pound 4049, which I remember for some reason. There's a little bonus ones on the end. These, though, you can put pretty close together on your tray because they should not spread while you're baking them. I'm hoping I can get them all on one, although it's not looking ideal. Although that one was a little bit thicker, so I can squoosh it out. I know, right? Discord is runaway Quake pound 404. Like that. Because at the time I made my Discord, I was playing a lot of Final Fantasy XIV, and that was my character's name. No, they're getting bigger. They're getting too thick. All sorts of different sizes over here. Okay. I just need to accept that they're not all going to fit on one tray. And then I can make these ones more reasonable sizes. And space them out a little bit. Okay. Yeah. Hashtag sign. How to know when someone was born. They ask you, why is there a hashtag sign on people's phones? Where did I had another tray. I had a second tray. Ugh, I wanted to use the small one. Well, guess I'm using a whole nother cookie tray. I'll just use the small silpat. And we stand them both, so. I think I should just rolled this out on the silpat and then cut it all on the silpat and then spaced them out. That would have been easier than transferring them all over afterwards. I did not count. Did someone count? Is someone much more perceptive than me and was able to count how many I made? Because the recipe said like 36, and I'm betting this is probably more than that. So I'm just trying to gauge how big I made them versus how big the recipe said to make them.
It's seen her a while, or is it soon? Looks like still a while, right?
Mm.
That was just a question.
I don't know.
An hour?
I have no concept of time.
Bond's in trouble.
Why is Bond in trouble? Bond's not in trouble.
Bond's never in trouble.
I said Bond could get in trouble if he wanted to.
Alright.
Turn this back up and stir my onions.
Your Discord link is wrong for your,
What?
your Twitch link is wrong in your Discord. It's going to your old Twitch.
What?
The link in your Discord to your stream is going to your old account.
What are you talking about? So go.
Go click the stream link in your Discord. It did not take you to the right stream.
Who? I mean, I typed it right, didn't I? Why didn't you just fix it then? You can edit the thing. It says the right thing. The link should click to the right spot. I thought you were talking about the Discord link I just posted in my stream. And I'm like, how did I get that wrong? See, now look at this. It's all shiny and wet. I can just dump the water right off. And that's how much liquid comes out of these from the salt. So not only is it seasoned from the salt, but the water has been leached out of them so that when I fry them later, they will get crispier than they would have otherwise. It's like a little magic trick. Ooh, doing a social event? Awesome. I hope you have a shit ton of fun. I'm putting my cookies in the oven. And those need 18 minutes-ish. Okay, what time is it for you now? Is it 10 a.m.? I don't know. It's 1:17. Oh, I was way off. Only a 5-hour difference? Oh, because you're in... Right, okay. Oh no, you have work tomorrow. Ah, rude. Job's always getting in the way of doing the stuff. Okay. So I need to get my kibbeh in the oven. Okay, so this is where it gets weird. So this onion frying mixture is like a topper for what I'm doing. And I'm adding a little bit of this mixture to it to fry up and get crumbly. It's like a 1/4 cup of the mixture. So this is going to fry up now all together. And then it says to take it out and let it cool down. But fortunately, I have a second pan, so I can start getting this part ready now. And so I'm just making a layer of the rest of this. So it's like making a sheet pan pancake. Instead of meatballs, I'm making like a sheet of meat. Or like a meat pizza. A meatza. Delicious. You better be a meat lover today, because that's just a bunch of meat. I guess in grains. It's a well-rounded meal. Oh. Hold on. I'm a dork. I was only supposed to put half of it in here. Put half the meat in there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure most of the people here love meat. Although Bon mostly just loves hot dogs. Okay, slap the meat. So now I'm making a stuffed meatza because I'm going to put some of that frying mixture in the middle of this and then top it with the rest. says to let this cool down. I thought I was tricking the recipe. Well, I didn't look up how long this needs to cook.
Move toward the wall. Move toward the wall.
35 minutes, except for I'm making this thinner than the recipe calls for. So it'll be ready to go in the oven as soon as the cookies are out, which is good timing. It's almost like I planned it. Okay. So now, here's my caramelized, roasted, lovely smelling onions and everything. And I put half of that mixture, well, that's a little more than half, but that's fine. Here, and spread it out. Not Animal calling me out completely accurately. I have a rough estimation of what I'm doing. Okay. Now I'm just squishing the rest of the meat on top of this. To make my stuffed meat pizza thing over here. It's like a calzone, but with meat instead of bread. And it doesn't matter if it's peeking through a little bit, because you're just going to cover it with the rest of that mixture at the end anyway. No! You turned your friend off salami. Oh no. Wouldn't that be a chorizo? Rather than a salami?
I know. We have to
Which I'm quite amused because that's one of the drag queens that was on RuPaul's UK. Chorizo May. Whew. Okay. I want my cookies to be done now. So now I can peel my peppers. And look, the skin comes right off. And I've just got lovely, smoky, sweet, roasted peppers left over. And if you don't get completely all the skin, it's fine. You're throwing it in the blender anyway. If I had tinted this with some foil, it would come off even easier. Because it would have like steamed itself off. Clay's over there inviting his Overwatch buddies to dinner because it smells good in here. It's my little garlic parcel. It's lunchtime. What are you having for lunch? I mean, I'm ready for lunchtime. You're on drink. You didn't pack yourself snacks? No granola bar. It's funny, I was talking to our buddy Jax. I'm like, yeah, I gotta get ready to cook dinner to feed the husband. No banana. Oh, but you got lost trying to find the store. Do you not have a good, like, mapping program on your phone? Okay. Now, of course, now that I need to see the recipe, my hands are covered in oil. Although at this point, I think my husband's nose is just confused. I don't know if he's smelling the onions or the peppers or the garlic or the lemon cookies. Here we go. Okay. Yes, I was raised in the suburbs. Oh, goodness. Although, the worst place we found for that was, Venice. It was impossible to find anything in Venice. But that was mostly because things were not, like, numbered. Or they were numbered, but street numbers didn't follow, like, an east to west or a north to south. Each little district, just kind of whatever was there first, had the lowest number, and then as they added more things, they added more numbers, and yeah, it made it difficult to find anything. Right? I get lost wherever I go, so I don't know. Everywhere. I put my blender somewhere. Okay. I've got no space for the blender. But I'm gonna blend my nuts now. Pulverize these nuts. Easy. Then you add your peppers. And honestly, don't forget all this oil that's in the pan, because this is lovely and flavorful. Part oil, part pepper juice. Local canvassing for a campaign and lack of consistency. If you ever come out here, Animal, we'll play the game Welcome To. Because it's a game about you flip cards and you place house numbers on your street based on where you best think they should go. And in theory, they go left to right, top to bottom, and they're nice and orderly. But not necessarily. It can all get mucked up. So I'm just squeezing my my roasted garlic into here as well. Should be nice and fragrant and soft and sweet. But I don't want any of the papers. So I have played Welcome To virtually. Because you just set up a camera. There's also Tabletop Arena. It's a good virtual place to play board games with people. So if you ever did want to play board games, we could make that happen. Oh, there's my cookies. Clay, come get the cookies out of the oven. It's hot. It's hot.
What cookies? What cookies you got?
The only ones that are in the oven. No, oven.
They're in the actual oven. Okay.
Yes.
You need your rack changed? It's a little low. The cookies on the bottom are burnt.
Yeah.
Burnt. Alberto.
Whatever. They're crispy.
Burnt.
Whatever.
Alberto.
Oh my gosh.
Hey.
Don't worry about it.
I'm not worried. Are you worried? Oh, I never fed my sourdough today.
Oh, too hot. Too hot. Too hot to eat. Okay, I got put seasonings in here too. So, Aleppo pepper. Or just more of the same pepper we've been using. Cumin. Because we're keeping everything in the same flavor profile. 2 teaspoons-ish. Don't go wild with the salt because there's a bunch of salt on the roasted vegetables already. So the recipe said to use bouillon. Oh no, it didn't. It said chicken seasoning blend. So I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use my nut yeast if I can find it. meant to look for this earlier. Do you know where the nut yeast is?
Which one?
The nut yeast.
The nut yeast.
Yeah,
What nut?
the nut yeast.
I have no idea what
Nutritional yeast.
that is.
Nut yeast.
Find
I need a stool. I've got a bunch of masa harina. Which means I just need to make tamales. I've got semolina. Semolina. There it is. Nut yeast. For lovely vegan cheesy goodness. I haven't used that in a while. I should use it more often. So now the fun thing is, if I can find it, it also calls for pomegranate molasses. And I made my own pomegranate molasses the other day. So I get to use pomegranate molasses. If you don't have pomegranate molasses, you can use balsamic vinegar. But it's really just pomegranate juice that's cooked down into a syrup. This uses breadcrumbs? Huh. Okay. Olive oil. I guess I'll just use the bag. So apparently I'm clearing out pantries as well as fridges and freezers today. So we'll see how well this blends up. It might need some more oil. It might not. I think we're good on oil. I'm just gonna scrape down the sides to get all the little bits and bobs blended. And then this is our dip. I didn't set the timer for the oven. It needs like 30 minutes. Ooh, that is lovely. Need a tall person.
Need some help?
I did.
Did you get it?
Yes.
Okay.
And then there we go. That is our dip. That is our Muhammara. It's got some lovely nutty notes. Of course, those roasted red peppers. If you don't want to roast your own red peppers, you go ahead and buy some red peppers. Already roasted. And of course, if you don't like pecans, use walnuts. You could use pine nuts if you can get them for a reasonable price. Also roast those. But of course, be careful when you're roasting your nuts because you can burn them pretty easily. And while I burned half my cookies, or I guess only like a quarter of my cookies, I didn't burn my nuts. So... Never burn your nuts. I try not to. I got these nuts sitting here and I don't know what they're for. I chopped them. Oh, they might be for my sauce. For my zucchini. Just look at the number of cookies, they're fine. Just look at these, they're lovely. Yay, shortbread. I'm gonna put that in a container so I can use that tray again. Okay, one dish done. One dish, two dish, no, because the cookies aren't done yet either. Because I need to melt some chocolate to dip them in. Unless the husband wants to do that. He's not listening. Did y'all finish playing Overwatch?
Yeah.
So, can you come melt some chocolate? Okay. So I get this back on the stove. Some more oil in the pan. And then once that's hot, I can sear my zucchini. Din din. I want din din. Good thing I'm making din din. 5 to 6 minutes, my goodness. They cook for a long time on the stove.
5 or 6 minutes.
I know.
My goodness.
That seems so long.
That's like a decade.
Okay. But I can get my sauce stuff ready to go. Which I'll use the blender for. So I'm going to use some of this drained Greek yogurt.
What do I need to do?
Melt some chocolate.
Your oil is too hot.
That's not, that's the water.
Oh, is it? How do you have oil and water? That's not supposed to be.
Because I'm silly?
Yeah, I noticed.
Should have saved one of those,
Yeah, don't burn your nuts. Cup of juniper.
Should have saved one of those scarlet cloves, but instead I'll use a piece of shallot. Shallot.
Charlotte the onion.
Yes, Charlotte the onion. Has been
Hey,
trying to get
Charlotte.
me TOS'd again.
Give you a hug.
Sure.
What do I need to do?
Melt some chocolate.
I don't know how to do that. You're great at this. Really? How do I melt chocolate? Can I give you a task that I know how to do?
Sure. Blend this instead. Squeeze some lemon juice into this and then blend it. Okay, I'm gonna put, since he doesn't know how to melt chocolate. KFC. Oh, these are still dripping water, which is fine. That's good news for me. But these are just draining water. So I didn't want water in them anyway.
Alright, what should I do? What do we do?
Squeeze the juice of a lemon into this.
Do we have all of them?
Yes.
Not really. Again? What does Teo have for dinner? Are you making something, Teo? It's Caleb's turn to cook. Can I use this knife?
Yes.
Hi.
What was I just getting? I was getting some bread.
Yep. I'm on Captain America out. It's Caleb's turn, okay. It's slightly too much light on. You should have told me to fix the light.
You weren't doing anything.
Oh.
He wasn't expecting so much sauce.
Is that supposed to be warm, or?
No.
Pretty good, but it might need, Oh, we talked about blending something on the top, huh?
Right. It's right here.
Cream fresh or yogurt or lebna. It's a little thick on its own. I don't know about putting that right there, but that's not thick enough. Is that supposed to be lebna?
Yes.
No,
No, it's creme fraiche.
You probably need to salt that, maybe.
Creme fraiche.
Oh, thanks. I like my Dorothy shirts.
There.
Alright.
Even better. Meow.
Anything else? What is that?
Blend it.
Well, I don't know how to blend it.
What?
I don't know how to blend it.
In the blender. It's in the blender container. Blend it.
What have you been doing?
Me? What are you talking about? What have I been doing?
Like when I just did all that. These things are burnt. What were these supposed to be?
They're the cookies. They're fine.
These are not.
I know these are not. These are bursts.
Yeah, these are all going to the trash.
Yeah, they don't exist. It's fine.
Am I blending this, pulsing it, or what am I doing?
There's only one setting.
There's a dough blend.
There's
I
only
can-
one
I
setting
can
for
melt it
that.
down to disintegration. I can
There's
pulse
only
it.
one setting for that.
Oh,
Single
you can-
serve.
You can pulse it.
No, you can't. It's only the single serve. It's only single serve for the single serve
Oh
container.
yeah, but that doesn't tell me how far I need to hold it.
Hold it until it's smooth.
I mean, it doesn't never make it smooth. There's no thinking.
Oh my god. It's thickening agent doesn't make it smooth. It's the
I'm
sauce.
just asking questions. Sound less annoyed.
You're asking questions that aren't relevant.
They are to me.
Why is there no thickening agent to make it smooth? It can be smoothed out of thickening agent. That's an irrelevant question.
Smooth and runny are the same thing.
No, they're not. They're two independently...
This is just going to be runny.
That's fine. It's still smooth and runny.
Okay. So stop now?
Yeah, it's fine. Right, I was supposed to be melting chocolate.
This looks like a shake. Oh, hi. I don't know what's happening. Sorry.
He just made it. It's the sauce for the zucchini.
Oh, there's zucchini sauce. There is no zucchini sauce.
There's no chocolate chips in here, is there?
Arp.
I should have eaten those other ones.
What do you need?
Chocolate chips?
I think we have some chocolate chunks up here. Do those need to be turned over? Have you been paying attention? They're not burning, are they?
No.
Do you need cacao butter?
No.
Dried buttermilk? You need to use this dried buttermilk powder. It's going bad.
It's not.
Enjoy by 4/21/2021. French? Why did your mom buy us French style flour? What does that even mean? I don't even know what that means. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, down your hair. Baker's chocolate filling mix?
I've got it.
There's a bag of Baker's chocolate filling mix in here.
Filling mix?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
It's filling mix. It's not chocolate chips.
Materials.
It's for making cinnamon rolls, but chocolate. It's only okay.
Cane sugar, cornstarch, and cocoa.
Yeah.
Oh, these don't look very. Take a dang photo. Oops. Put butter on
Yeah.
my arm now.
Yeah, don't dab in the kitchen.
Wasn't dabbing.
Sorry, don't floss in the kitchen.
That's not like it.
Put that in the microwave for 30 seconds.
Just like this?
Yes.
The thing's not actually in the thing.
It doesn't matter. 30 seconds on like 60% power.
50% power at 40 seconds. 45 seconds. I do what I want. Earth. You left.
Yeah, I'm busy.
What's the feta doing now? Should it go away?
No.
Oh. You want to be in here so I could ask questions.
That's not how that works.
You know that's how that works. I got slightly fixed. Oh. Alright, I'm leaving. What do I do now?
0 things.
What's this?
There's my zucchini, and now it's going in the oven.
That didn't do anything. That did less than nothing, actually.
Put it on again. So I don't know what I need these for.
They go on top of the dish, don't they?
I guess I could.
No, I don't know.
No, because there's already these in the dip that were blended up.
Oh, where's your recipe? Did you watch the recipe again? I think that should have not gone on until it was ready to eat.
You can eat it.
What's that for?
The zucchini.
Oh, what else goes in the zucchini?
The feta.
Oh. Does it get melted?
What?
Does it get melted?
No. We're just melting chocolate in the microwave.
I thought you had to finish that in the oven.
Yeah.
You got a timer for 15 minutes. Is that how long you want to cook those?
That's what's the oven. Just gonna sit here and eat these nuts. I don't know what's happening. I'm lost. I'm just melting chocolate over here. Just melt it slowly in the microwave with a little bit of oil. You can use coconut oil, or you can use butter, or you can use, well, ghee is better than butter, but butter is what I had, so that's what I used. And it's nice having it in this little cup, because then you can... Ooh. Should be thinner than this. It's too thick! It's still too thick. It needs to be hotter. But, or you can just dip it in chocolate and eat it. You can also do it in a double boiler. I'm just snacking out, apparently. You just don't want to go too far in the microwave with the chocolate, because you can scorch it, which is bad. See, coconut oil definitely would work better, but then your chocolate tastes very coconutty. Which, if you like coconut, it's fine. But if you're not a coconut enjoyer, then I wouldn't recommend it. Kind of just like dipping biscotti. Well, except they're not as sturdy as biscotti, so they're breaking. That's fine. Maybe I'll just do a little scoop. A little scoop instead of a dip. Doesn't need a ton of chocolate on it. Coconuts. We do love chocolate. It's just the extra long ones that snap. But it's good. The snapping means we've got a good texture on our shortbread. Shouldn't snap too much though. Can also cover up any imperfections at the end. You'll just have to come visit. Because I need someone to lick the chocolate off my fingers. Yeah, unfortunately a pup can't lick the chocolate off my fingers because chocolate's no good for pups. Oh no! Well, I'm not a chocolate. So some just won't be chocolated. But that's fine too. So you never told us what your husband was making for dinner. What's everyone doing for the long weekend? Does everyone have a long weekend? I guess Juniper probably doesn't have a long weekend because it's President's Day. And that's kind of an American thing. A military ration? Are we having those premium MREs? So I've got the rest of my strained yogurt here. So I'm just going to put back into a container. So now whenever I need extra thick yogurt for something, it's right here. $5 day. Oh, wait. Oh, you don't have a long weekend? That's unfortunate. And then you could also do something with your extra yogurt liquid if you like, but I don't know. I don't have a plan. So I've just strained yogurt instead. Strained yogurt makes great tzatziki. Because just like I said, you strain out the yogurt liquid and then you replace that back with lemon juice. So it's much more flavorful. It takes on a little bit of the cucumber flavor, the mint flavor. It's very nice. I think everything is done as soon as this stuff comes out of the oven. In like 5 minutes. Although I think I can flip the zucchini again. Let me get myself a hot area. Sarah, next week you're marching. Yeah, 2 is just Teo. Which is too many Teos. We are satisfied with 1 Teo. One Teo should be enough for anyone. So impatient and ready for food. Ruining all the autocorrects. We love it. We love it. Fuck with the system. My autocorrect always loves... I'll type an apostrophe to type like weir, and my phone will try to autocorrect it to word. I'm like, I literally changed the keyboard so that I could put in an apostrophe. And you don't think I meant it. It's aggravating. I don't know why I just don't turn it off. It's too late now because I'm getting a new phone. Soon. I wasn't going to get a new phone, but this is probably the last chance I'll have to get any sort of trade-in value for my current phone because there's a big old crack in it. So, I did. Huh?
$150 credit.
Yeah, I got a case and I got Samsung Care because the other thing that you could get was out of stock. They were too expensive. I don't, but I was either that or just waste the other $80 of credit. No, there's nothing you can save it for because it's not a credit, it's a discount. Yes, it specifically says you can use this for Apple Care or Samsung products, and if you don't spend it immediately, it is gone. They did, but the headphones were like $200. I did not want them for $200. I don't use them that much. It's not worth it to me. And that's what you really need to think of when you're buying anything. Is it worth it to you? It's worth it to me to eat. I want to eat. I'm so hungry. I'm going to plate the zucchini while the thing is in its last few minutes. So this sauce that my husband blended goes on the bottom. And he says it's not thick, but look, it's lovely and thick and creamy. And lemony and minty. And it makes a lovely bed for our zucchini. Our courgettes. Ooh, which are lovely and soft. They're squishing as I pick them up. Which means they're cooked through, which is what we were going for. We love a cooked through vegetable. A little extra sauce on top. Don't stab yourself with the blades of your blender. And then we've got this lovely feta cheese to crumble right on top. I guess if you want something green, throw some microgreens on there. Because you bought microgreens at the store for something. And now you gotta use them. And probably some salt and paprika are left. Maybe I'll leave one thing in this meal not spicy. Go light on the salt because the cheese is salty. Do I have paprika? Are we out of paprika? Can't be out of paprika. I just bought some. There. Perfect. What's that? Take a photo? Photo taken. And our lovely, well, not the loveliest thing, but it's kibbeh. You top it with more of the rest of your onion mixture, plus the random bell pepper that made it into there. And then you like slice it like a pie. And I guess I could throw the nuts on there. And I'm trying to resist the urge to throw some more microgreens on that because, like Nigella was saying, Instagram has made this thing where you need to have vibrant, colorful food. But brown food tastes good. Gravy, steaks, they're all brown. Although, maybe I do put some more crumbled feta on top of that. Because I don't want all brown. I know, what the fuck, Instagram? And I don't really need an excuse to put more cheese on something, so... Cheese. And what the hell? Microgreens because we're fancy. And because they taste good. Which is really the reason we do it. I'm out of towels. And there it is. This is our Lebanese-inspired feast for tonight. Our kibbeh, our Muhammara. Wow. I'm just going to forget that name every time. I wrote it down even. Muhammara. Sorry. Our kibbeh, our Muhammara, and our courgettes, which don't have a Lebanese name, but we're gonna heckin' tuck in Muhammara, yes. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. We're gonna raid Mallow, because Mallow's doing a little birthday stream.
No, they're doing the birthday stream on the 18th.
Oh. Well, we're gonna raid Mallow anyway, because why not?
Restro's playing Mario Party with Sterling Kusa and CZ.
Fine, we'll raid Resdro. We'll raid Mallow on Saturday after Crosswords. Okay. I thought he was doing his birthday streaming today,
No,
but
it's posted that he's actually going to stream.
I don't know. This one. Outro for real. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I hope you've had a nice time here. I hope you're cozy. I hope that you make yourself some delicious Lebanese inspired food, which I've already forgotten the names of, but I'll write them down and I'll post them. Please send me pictures of whatever you do make, because I'm sure whatever it is gonna be good enough to eat. I will see you next time on Saturday for some crosswords. Now let's go show Resdra and his Mario Party buddies some love. Till next time, bye. Meow.